Welcome back. I'm going to show you some basics with Visual Basic for applications for Excel. I just brought up an Excel spreadsheet, just has last names in it. The first thing you have to do once you have a spreadsheet and you want to put a macro in it is you have to do a File Save As. So I'm going to go up here and do File Save As and make sure that it's Excel Macro Enabled Workbook. If it's not saved as that file type, it will not work. So make sure you change it. That's the first step. Second, we're going to record our first macro. So once you have a spreadsheet, you may have wanted to pause it or redid this. I'm just going to highlight some names. I'm going to hold the control key down and maybe get a couple other non-adjacent names. And the first thing we do is we go up to the View tab, we go to Macros, and we say Record Macro. It's like the good old days with the tape recorder. We put in the name of our macro. We'll just call this Formats. We have to assign some type of hotkeys, shortcut keys for this to work. It's recommended that you hold your Shift key down. So I'm going to just assign a letter that I know nothing else will be assigned to. Of course, you'd probably want a letter that starts with what it does. I'm not going to do F, I'll do U, just as an example. And then please do type something in the description area because that's where the comments go. I'll just explain that this macro, and I may have wanted to explain it a little bit more than that. I'm going to click OK. I highlighted first, so that's not part of the recording. And then I'll just go ahead. It's recording everything, not my voice, but it's recording what I do. I clicked on the Home tab, it didn't record that. I'm going to do bold, italicized, and I think I'm going to make it purple. That's it. I'm going to turn off my macro, stop recording. I have to go to the View tab, go to Macros, and say Stop Recording. I'm going to look at what I just recorded. I'll go to Macros, View Macro. I'll choose the one that I just did, which I believe was called Formatting. I'll edit it, and it was actually called Formats. This is what we just did. Whatever was selected, the selection, we made it bold, we made it italic, and then with selection, we made it a certain color, and that happened to be purple. That number must go with purple. Here's something else. When you name a macro, it has to be with no blanks, no spaces. So you want to put two words together if you want it to be two words. This is everything that we typed. This is actually the letter that we assigned to it. Notice that we have selection, we have with, end with, similar to in HTML. We also have sub, which means subroutine, the name of the subroutine, and end sub, just like in HTML, right? HTML / HTML. We can step through this to make sure that it works. I would probably suggest you have your code on the left, put your spreadsheet on the right. I do not have Windows 7 on this machine. Similar to what we did in HTML. And let's choose some other people. Let's do the bar through the bear. We'll go over here, make sure we're clicked into the right subroutine, and then we'll just click F8. Notice that it turns yellow. There's a line on it. And as we click through it, it skips comments. When we leave it, it does what we just had on that line. So it changed it bold. It changed it italic. The color, we're leaving it. Now it changes it purple. Some of the other attributes that got recorded don't necessarily change anything. The end with just says that we're done with the with. This means there's several attributes that they were changing at once. We do end sub. We make sure that we hit F8 one more time, and then we're out of the subroutine. It did exactly what we thought it should do. That's what a macro does, and you need to know how to edit it and walk through it.